Hi, my name is Jeff Giallombardo. I run the alternative education program at Nokomis. We're in our aquaponics room right now. I took over the alternative education program about 10 years ago, and at that time I was looking for ways to engage the students with project-based learning and some hands-on activities. I'd heard of aquaponics before, the technology of aquaponics. I didn't really know much about it. My students didn't know much about it, so we researched it a little bit, and then we built our first mini aquaponics system at the time, about 9 years ago, with a small 10-gallon aquarium, and I think we used a cement mixing tray for a grow bed. So that took us a year or so to figure things out, to be able to keep the fish alive, which were goldfish at the time, keep the plants alive. And once we got a good handle on running a mini system, we scaled up and started to expand and build these bigger systems. So yeah, we were confident with our mini system, so we scaled up, built the bigger systems, and from there we've been running these for about 7 or 8 years. And they're, quite a few different ways that we utilize these systems in the classroom. First, students can get their some science credit out of it, biology and chemistry. We have a classroom kitchen out here that we use the produce to cook with often. We sell a lot of our herbs, specifically basil. We've sold it to Hannaford Supermarket in Newport, and we sell it to a restaurant called Vittles over in Pittsfield. And a lot of the students will take home the produce from time to time as well. So if you don't know what aquaponics is, if you haven't seen that, we have tanks which are full of fish. We use tilapia, we have goldfish, and we're about to get some catfish. And then we have grow beds, which are completely soil-free. These are filled with expanded clay. It's like a gravel or rock. And so essentially the basic principle behind aquaponics is you feed the fish, they produce waste in the water. We pump that wastewater up into the plant beds, and the nutrient-rich water feeds the plants. They grow, it provides them with most of the nutrients, and at the same time the plants purify and they filter the water for the fish. Then it returns back into the tank clean and filtered, and then that process repeats itself over and over again. Now we're out at our outdoor gardens and greenhouses, which are a little bit more traditional compared to the aquaponic systems, but this was kind of a similar endeavor to the aquaponics. We were looking for different hands-on and project-based things that we could do with the students. I knew a little bit more about this type of gardening, but none of us had ever greenhouse gardened before. So again, we started small with one greenhouse, more of a traditional greenhouse. We built one which had your traditional plastic poly cover, and we quickly found out that traditional style greenhouse didn't last, didn't stand up. It wasn't very durable. It was easily destroyed by the weather, and it really didn't stand up to the rigors of student use either. They'd put rakes and shovels and hose through the side of it. So we ended up designing these style greenhouses, which have the rigid polycarbonate siding on it, which has got I think a 25-year lifespan compared to a 5-year lifespan of a traditional greenhouse. So we made our mistakes on that first one, improved, built one of these next, and from there we kind of expanded out and built 4 or 5 total, and then the outdoor gardens as well. So the idea with building 5 greenhouses, I guess mini or micro greenhouses versus one long greenhouse, was that we could divvy it up amongst the departments. For example, science uses one, special education department uses one, I think the English department even uses one, we use one. So it's not just one person that's trying to maintain, a huge greenhouse, especially throughout the summer. And it also creates a little friendly competition amongst the different teachers and departments. But similarly, we've used this. We take the food into the kitchen. We'll cook with that. We donate the food to families in need. We built all these greenhouses are powered by solar irrigation, which runs underground. We dug the trenches and did all that, so no one has to come and water these in the summertime. They're all on a timer, which helps. So the only thing to do in the summer really is weed and harvest the vegetables.